So first and foremost, we need to realize where O2's story begins in Slovakia. We had been the third entrant to a country where there was a running duopoly of other players. And we had been the challenger of the positions. And that means that we didn't have the opportunity to build up the drive testing and all of the other capabilities which are deemed normal in telcos. And we needed to find a different way how to look at the customers and at the same time create really nice and smart decisions about the CapEx and how to develop the RAN. And based on that, we selected essentially the crowdsourcing as the right way to truly reflect what is happening with our clients. So not some artificial drive tests. We do have those, but they're serving specific purpose. If we look at the whole network, we really believe that the crowdsourcing, so the data from millions of customers with hundreds of millions of samples, are providing us the good overview of what is happening, what the problems are, but also since the way how your measures are being taken, they really reflect what the customer feels. So it's not just something which is happening on a certain time, but it's something which is happening all the time as they are using the applications which they essentially want to use on their phone. One part of it is that at O2 in Slovakia, we really want to have the engineering excellence. So we are selecting things which are really complex, but also reflecting the customer's experience at the end. And we really believe that as a client, you don't really care about one single parameter. What you care about is the network you can trust. And you can trust everywhere, every time with any kind of usage. So that's why it is more usable for us, more advantageous for us to think about the complexity of it and have truly the customers reflect not only on the speed of the upload or download, but really of the other parameters, be it the jitter, be it the time to first byte, all of the parts which are combining into the experience which you feel. And we believe that your approximation of the KPI is actually reflecting that. And to the second part of your question, well, it is challenging because you can truly just tune up the network for the maximum speed for certain regions and don't care about the rest. Because here you also include the things like the coverage and the people who are on the outskirts of the usable signal. So it definitely was an engineering challenge, but we really approached it in a systemic and scientific manner. And that's why we use this data in our modernization of the complete network. And we believe that after this network modernization, we are where we are, and we are super glad that we are having this award, because this really reflects the transition of the network, which has not been ideal at the moment, in the past, into something which we have in the moment, which is the best network in Slovakia. Let me address it in a slightly different way. O2 in Slovakia, as I said, third entrant to a duopoly market. It's usually a very hard position to be into. O2 has, in the last year, became number one in terms of the customer SIM cards. So we really do believe that all these investments, all this hard work is paying off, and the customers are showing their appreciation for what we are doing. So there are several layers to that question. And first is that we needed to break the common perception, because if you're third on the market and always there is a perception that you are late, that your network is not so vast because you're building up from scratch where the others already have it. So there is a lot of things which need to change in mind. And what we are doing in O2 is that we are really having a product for everyone. In terms of the commercial part, thanks to the network which we have, we are also very huge and growing actually in fixed wireless access. And the FWA which we have with the capacity which we created helped us to really have the capacity being sold to the clients, which otherwise would just be lying there. And also when we look at the investments, so decisions on the investments on the spectral auctions, the decisions on the C-band penetration and the precise C-band deployment is also driven by the data. And this way we are maximizing what we can get, because if we already have the C-band radios and we have all the frequency, we need to place it where we are able to get maximum from the one mast or from the one base station. Maximizing return on what we already have, and also making smart decisions about what we are going to be investing in the future.